Hello, this is Michael, and I'm decided to do a video for my fourth part of the compendium, which is a reflective statement. So when I heard the word assessment, I think it is something that stressed me out. It is something that would be marked and something that counts and reflect your ability for someone else to see. However, what I understand about assessment, it is something that tells us what can a student do and how far can he understand. External assessment tests, such as NAPLAN, test the sort of skills that are essential for every child to progress through school and life, and it nationally measures the literacy and numeracy skill. But for us as a teacher, we use them as a tool to judge student ability and design learning goals. However, does NAPLAN tells us something about the student, or does the student tells us something about NAPLAN? Does the score represent the value of the child? The subtopic under the validity, it's the fairness of assessment. Is NAPLAN equally valid for all students? For example, does the student with visual limitation have a fair chance on the reading test? Having every student doing the same test does not mean they receive the same circumstance. When I was a student, tests that I felt were valuable were the ones that dealt with materials parallel to what I have studied and yet make me take one step further in my learning. They usually contain a new material in a sense and color not only we have learned, but know how that understanding can apply to my life. I think it's important for us to know that not all children come to school with the same experience, language, knowledge, skill, and family background. Regarding to my placement, since it is the beginning of the year, the teacher have not understand the ability and level of each student in his class. So one of the assessment that we do was a diagnostic reading record. So my supervisor teacher choose a random text and run it as a whole class reading activity. He then informed each student to read a paragraph or two, as he can take some notes about it. Then the teacher briefly note down the strength and weakness of their reading skill and record a score and give them a score and put it on the computer. Well, this score will not be graded, but it allows the teacher to capture the reading level of each student. The record will then be used to differentiate literacy group and design tasks appropriately according to their skill, according to the need. I think this kind of assessment is very useful, as firstly, the activity doesn't give them the feeling that they're sitting in the test, and it was engaging, and it was quick and easy to identify the ability of student quickly. One of the other assessment that we also do is the project-based design, which is on an integrated topic, bright ideas and invention. You can see this assessment sheet on part 3 in the assignment. I think project-based assessment have a wide applicability in many different fields, including problem solving, creative thinking skill, and other integrated subject. Students can use ICT to do research. They can use their problem solving skill to design our invention that makes life better, and it's also maximize their learning opportunity when they are engaged in individual learning. So regarding to my pedagogical position, I believe assessment and tests can be constructive but also selective at the same time. Data, it's useful to measure student knowledge, but they are not always valid and reliable, so such as NAPLAN. To get this kind of the kind of information, I think teachers need the result provided by consistent use of classroom-based formative assessment, and assessment should involve planning, a purpose, a prediction, and feedbacks so that students understand what needed to be improved. With this assignment, I think it helped me to understand the meaning of assessment. It provides me the opportunity to think about different ways of using it and how assessments should be designed and collaborate that are faithful to the outcome. So the primary goal of assessment is to promote learning. Thank you.